How this understanding unfolded for me. The way this understanding unfolded for me was through the following insights. Bob pointed out to me the truth of our nature as presence awareness or cognizing emptiness. Somehow that clicked for me. It was not so much the words, which I had read countless times before. It was the energy or vitality coming through the words that was potent and impactful. I sensed he was not only saying the words, but also living from that realization. This enabled a resonance to occur. To meet Nisargadatta Maharaj in person and partake in a living dialogue with him would likely have been more potent than reading his book, I Am That. There was a huge difference between reading the words on paper. You are awareness, and having a direct disciple of Nisargadatta Maharaj tell me in no uncertain terms, you are awareness. After having seen this and feeling some sense of freedom, I still seemed to lose it when contradictory thoughts arose. Bob pointed out that this is, in fact, not possible. You cannot lose your true nature, because it is the substratum of any thinking and perceiving. I realized that we can never leave this. Even if the thought I lost it arises, the awareness is there knowing that thought. So the thought is patently false. The knockout blow was seeing the absence of a person. There is no such entity in the machine. There are only thoughts, experiences, and objects arising and subsiding in awareness. There is no one controlling them and no one affected by them. Once this is seen, everything happens just as before, but the imagined person is removed from the film. The film goes on, but there is no person starring in it. There are thoughts, but no thinker, actions, but no actor, choices, but no choice maker. Basically, there is no difference from before, except the sense of separation is gone, along with the psychological suffering, confusion, and doubt that appears along with the belief in a separate ye. There is no one at the controls. Life is happening, thoughts are arising, actions are occurring spontaneously. You, as a separate person, are not doing any of these things. You don't choose your thoughts, feelings, sensations. As Bob says, you are being lived. As a final tying up of loose ends, it was helpful to see the fact that all experiences are just movements in awareness. They are like waves arising and falling in the awareness that we are. It is all one substance. There is only one energy, one substance, one taste. Past, future, there, here, I, you, this, that, and so on are all just conceptual distinctions. Even concepts are that awareness, so you can't win. So what is the result? As the writer Wei Wu Wei once wrote, the only problem is that 99.9% of everything you think, say, and do is for yourself. And there isn't one. Coming into alignment with the true state of affairs means that the usual strife, struggle, and suffering based on wrong understanding vanishes. Life goes on. It is like a dislocated limb popping back into place. You can hardly say what happened, but suddenly everything feels a lot better. Nisargadatta Maharaj said something to the effect, you can only put it negatively. There is nothing wrong anymore. There is a distinct recognition that the searching is over. You may read books or visit spiritual teachers, but you have the experience that they are saying what you already know. In actual practice, while this understanding is sinking in, the seeker is often plagued by vestigial doubts, questions, and concerns, in spite of however advanced the intellectual understanding may be. I have seen many, including myself, able to converse on all this with the most incredible precision and verbal acumen. The only test is in day-to-day direct experience at the gut, emotional level. Is there any sense of suffering, separation, anxiety, or fear? Am I feeling doubt or metaphysical uncertainty? Is the knowledge of my true nature unshakable? If not, the understanding is not complete. The best course, it seems to me, is to find a living teacher and get your doubts resolved directly. Nisargadatta Maharaj used to say, I am not interested in what you have let go of, but what you are still holding on to. A good teacher can help us resolve any remaining doubts. Then the understanding simply remains clear and steady and beyond doubt. For me, this understanding was triggered by my association with Bob Adamson, who in turn had realized this through contact with Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj in 1976.